A sentence is said to be in direct speech when the words of the speaker are reproduced exactly as they had been spoken. Example, the woodcutter said, "It is the big bad wolf." When we use the exact words of the speaker to report what he or she has said, we use the direct speech. Remember, in direct speech, the words used by the speaker are enclosed within quotation marks, as in, "it is the big bad wolf." The verb preceding the quoted words is called the reporting verb. The reporting verb is always followed by a comma. The words of the speaker are written within inverted commas, and the first word within the inverted commas begins with a capital letter. When the words of the speaker are reported in one's own words, the sentence is in indirect or reported speech. Example, the woodcutter exclaimed that it was the big bad wolf. When we use our own words to report what a person has said, we use the indirect speech. It is also called reported speech. In a sentence in indirect speech, the reporting verb is followed by that. The reported speech is not placed within inverted commas, and the reported speech is changed in such a way that its pronouns and tenses are suitable for the reporter. Rules of changing direct to indirect speech. When we change a sentence from direct to indirect speech, we change the following: the tense of the verb, the reporting verb said, told, asked, followed by that, personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, and possessive adjectives, punctuation marks used, and expressions of time and place. When a sentence is written in indirect speech, the tense, pronouns, modals, reporting verbs, and indicators of time and place change. Change of tense. When direct speech is changed to indirect speech, changes in tense occur depending on the reporting verb and the words of the speaker. Example, the teacher said, "We are going to the science fair." This is indirect speech. In indirect speech, it is the teacher said that they were going to the science fair. The past tense used in the reporting verb said indicates that the verb in direct speech has to change to the past tense in indirect speech. Thus, are going is changed to were going. The simple present tense changes to simple past tense. Example, he said, "I love drinking coffee." In indirect speech, he said that he loved drinking coffee. When the main verb in the sentence being reported is in the simple present tense, it is changed to simple past tense in indirect speech. The present continuous tense changes to past continuous tense. Example, he said, "I am writing a letter." In indirect speech, it is he said that he was writing a letter. The present perfect tense changes to past perfect tense. Example, Tanima said, I have reached home. In indirect speech, it is Tanima said that she had reached home. The simple past and present perfect tenses change to past perfect tense. Examples: he said, I watched a dance program on TV. In indirect speech, he said that he had watched a dance program on TV. Another example: Naina said, I have bought a record player. Indirect speech, Naina said that she had bought a record player. The past continuous tense changes to past perfect continuous tense. Example: Faraz said, I was playing with my baby brother. In indirect speech, it is Faraz said that he had been playing with his baby brother. The simple future tense changes to would plus base form of the verb. Example: Meenakshi said, I will meet my friends. In indirect speech, it is Meenakshi said that she would meet her friends. The future continuous tense changes to would be plus ing form of the verb. Example: she said, we will be studying in the evening. Indirect speech, she said that they would be studying in the evening. Change of tenses. Is, am, are in direct speech is changed to was or were in indirect speech. Was or were in direct speech is changed to had been in indirect speech. Do in direct speech is changed to did in indirect speech. In direct speech, did is changed to had done. Has or have in direct speech is changed to had. When the reported speech conveys a general truth or a scientific fact, the tense remains unchanged. Examples: our chemistry teacher said carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas. In indirect speech, our chemistry teacher told us that carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas. Another example: Sheetal said to us, the weather in London is very unpredictable. In indirect speech, Sheetal told us that the weather in London is very unpredictable. For universal truths or general truth, the tense of the quoted words does not change. The tense remains unchanged when the information is relevant at the time of its being reported. Examples: the airport officer said the flights are being delayed because of fog and low visibility. In indirect speech, it is the airport officer told us that the flights are being delayed because of fog and low visibility. Another example: my father said, I prefer eating food cooked in olive oil. In indirect speech, my father said that he prefers eating food cooked in olive oil. The tense of the main verb does not change if it describes an action which still holds true at the time of reporting. When the reported speech contains two clauses, both in the past tense, the tense remains unchanged. Examples: my mother said, I could not come to pick you up as I was in a meeting. In indirect speech, my mother said that she could not come to pick me up as she was in a meeting. Another example. Rashmi said, the chef informed me that he prepared all the dishes in the restaurant himself. In indirect speech, Rashmi told me that the chef informed her that he prepared all the dishes in the restaurant himself. Rewrite the sentences in indirect speech. First, Gautam said, Ravi, I am going to the library to borrow some books on Indian history. Gautam informed Ravi that he was going to the library to borrow some books on Indian history. Second, Sheetal said, I am fond of eating dark chocolate. Sheetal said that she was fond of eating dark chocolate. Third, my father said to me, I have been going to the telephone exchange every day to lodge a complaint. My father told me that he had been going to the telephone exchange every day to lodge a complaint. Fourth, they complained it is extremely hot and suffocating in the garage. Answer. They complained that it was extremely hot and suffocating in the garage. Fifth, the doctor told us, I will be attending a conference in Delhi tomorrow. The doctor told us that he would be attending a conference in Delhi the next day. Next, we had been to the bird sanctuary in Ranchi, he said. Answer. He said that they had been to the bird sanctuary in Ranchi. Seventh, he said, we have been waiting for hours to get our passports stamped. Answer. He said that they had been waiting for hours to get their passports stamped. Eighth, she said, I shall use a backrest when I travel next time. She said that she would use a backrest when she travelled next time. Ninth, Payal said, it is raining very heavily in Darjeeling. Answer. Payal said that it was raining very heavily in Darjeeling. 10th, Ronit said, I have finished my maths homework. Answer. Ronit said that he had finished his maths homework. Here we have another exercise. Rewrite the sentences in direct speech. First, Mitali said that she had eaten Chinese food for lunch the day before. In direct speech, Mitali said, I have eaten Chinese food for lunch yesterday. Second, the boys said that they had a basketball match the next day. The boys said, we have a basketball match tomorrow. Third, Roma mentioned that she had to return the library book that week. In direct speech, Roma said, I have to return the library book this week. Fourth, Jayanti informed us that her sister had come to visit us from London the month before. Answer. Jayanti said to us, my sister came to visit them from London last month. Fifth, Shyam told Rima that he was looking forward to the film which she had made. In direct speech, Shyam said, Rima, I am looking forward to the film which you have made.